You're in the bathroom. Skin is red and tight after washing your face. And you're holding your CeraVe cleanser, trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. You switched to the dermatologist brand specifically, so this wouldn't happen. You paid attention. You followed the advice. And your barrier is still breaking. Here's what no one told you. CeraVe has 2 product lines living inside the same brand. 5 that silently ruin specific skin types, and 5 that actually heal. By the end, you'll know exactly which is which. Starting right now with the product your dermatologist never warned you about. The logic behind trusting CeraVe is airtight. It's the brand that shows up in hospital discharge kits. Dermatologists recommend it on every platform. It's the answer in every "what should I use" thread. You assume that when a brand earns that level of professional endorsement, every single product in the lineup is safe for every skin type. That assumption is exactly what's costing your skin. CeraVe has a split identity. Some of its products are among the most carefully formulated barrier support tools available at any price point. Others are line extensions, market share products, or actives designed for specific skin conditions that get bought by people with the wrong skin type because the brand's trusted name does the selling for the formula. 5 products on this list are doing your skin real harm. Here's what's actually happening on your skin with the first 2. Number 5. CeraVe Acne Control Cleanser. This product contains 2% salicylic acid as its primary active, which sounds like exactly what acne-prone skin needs. Salicylic acid is a beta-hydroxy acid with genuine keratolytic and anti-inflammatory properties confirmed in peer-reviewed dermatology literature. But there is a critical detail buried in the pharmacology. Salicylic acid in a rinse-off cleanser has a contact time of approximately 30 to 60 seconds on skin before you wash it away. At 2% concentration in a rinse-off format, the active has minimal penetration time to reach the follicle where acne actually forms. What you do get in those 60 seconds is the stripping effect of the cleanser's surfactant base, which removes your skin's natural oils, raises the surface pH, and begins disrupting the enzyme systems your barrier uses to repair itself overnight. You're 23. Your chin breaks out in clusters every few weeks. A dermatologist hands you this cleanser. 3 months later, your skin feels tight every morning, even after moisturizing. Your internal thought is, "I must not be moisturizing enough." You add a second layer. The breakouts continue. That is not a willpower problem. That is the barrier damage cycle. Strip, inflammation, excess sebum, more breakouts, buy more acne cleanser. The impression of targeted acne therapy. The reality of a rinse-off active that strips more than it treats on dry, sensitive, or barrier-compromised skin. Number 4. CeraVe SA Smoothing Cleanser. This one is marketed for rough, bumpy skin and keratosis pilaris, which is a real condition involving keratin plugs in hair follicles. Salicylic acid at a penetrating pH genuinely helps KP. But the SA Smoothing Cleanser pairs salicylic acid with sodium lauryl sulfate as its primary surfactant. In the dermatology literature on contact dermatitis and barrier disruption, that combination, acid plus strong surfactant, is specifically flagged for increasing transepidermal water loss in skin that already has a compromised barrier. KP skin is often dry skin. Eczema-adjacent skin is often dry skin. These are the exact people who buy this product, and the formula pushes against them. Here is a detail worth knowing. Keratosis pilaris affects nearly 1 in 3 adults. That is the built-in market for this cleanser. Most of those people have dry to normal skin, not oily skin, with a resilient barrier. The formula is designed for a subset of that group. The marketing doesn't say that. The impression of smoothing and treating. The reality of a formula that works for a narrow skin profile while being broadly marketed to people it actively harms. Number 3. CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser. This is CeraVe's best seller. It is the product most likely to be causing the mystery tightness, flaking, and sensitivity that sends people to a dermatologist's office in the first place. Here's the mechanism. Healthy skin operates best at a pH of approximately 4.5 to 5.5. At that acidic range, the enzyme systems responsible for lipid synthesis, the process that builds and repairs your skin barrier, function optimally. The CeraVe Foaming Facial Cleanser has a pH in the range of 6 to 7. That is not extreme by soap standards, but it is meaningfully above the skin's preferred operating window. Used daily over weeks and months, a consistently elevated post-cleanse pH inhibits those barrier repair enzymes, slows ceramide production, and creates low-grade, chronic barrier disruption that presents exactly like sensitivity or dryness. You buy more moisturizer. The cycle continues. And here's the part that should make you genuinely angry. The dermatologist recommended label on CeraVe is not a product-by-product clinical endorsement. CeraVe, like many major brands, ran a structured paid partnership program with dermatologists before and after its 2017 acquisition by L'Oreal. Dermatologists who appear in CeraVe content are partnered. They often endorse the brand. That is not the same as every dermatologist reviewing the pH profile of every CeraVe product and confirming it is appropriate for your specific skin type. That gap between brand trust and product-level precision is where millions of people buy the wrong CeraVe cleanser for years without understanding why their skin never fully stabilizes. The next product on this list costs the same as the one that works. It sits on the same shelf. The name sounds almost identical, and it may be the reason your skin has never fully healed. Products 2 and 1 on the ruin list are quieter than the cleansers. No harsh surfactant, no acid on the wrong skin type drama. Just 2 products that look like each other, sit next to each other on every shelf, and deliver dramatically different results for your skin barrier. One is the formula CeraVe built its reputation on. The other is filler. Number 2. CeraVe Daily Moisturizing Lotion. This is the product millions of people grab because it is the most visible CeraVe SKU on drugstore shelves. It looks like the brand's core moisturizer. It sounds like the brand's core moisturizer. It is not. The ceramide concentration in the lotion is meaningfully lower than in the cream. The MVE technology, CeraVe's patented multivesicular emulsion delivery system, which time-releases ceramides, cholesterol, and fatty acids throughout the day, is less concentrated in the lotion format. For oily or combination skin that needs light hydration, the lotion is fine. For dry skin, compromised barrier skin, or anyone trying to actually repair their skin barrier rather than just moisturize the surface, the lotion does not deliver what the brand has made you believe CeraVe does. That distinction costs people months of slow-healing skin. Number 1. CeraVe SA Cream, not the cleanser, the cream. This is the product that generates the most confusion because it sits in the moisturizer aisle, it has CeraVe's trusted name, and it contains ceramides. What it also contains is 2% salicylic acid in a leave-on emulsion. Leave-on salicylic acid works differently from rinse-off. It penetrates the stratum corneum continuously for hours. For healthy skin managing keratosis pilaris or rough elbows and knees, this is effective and appropriate. But the SA cream is also purchased by people with eczema, rosacea, perioral dermatitis, and sensitized skin because CeraVe moisturizer reads as safe. In those skin types, continuous low-level acid exposure increases transepidermal water loss, thins the stratum corneum over time, and worsens the very barrier damage the person thought they were treating. Let that land before we move on. L'Oreal acquired CeraVe in 2017 for $1.3 billion. The original MVE formulation team remained involved. The core formulas did not disappear. But growth stage incentives look different from clinical ones. More SKUs, more shelf presence, more market segments. Some extensions are genuine science. Some are the CeraVe name on a formula that wouldn't stand alone. The SA cream is the clearest example. That's the 5. Now here's what CeraVe actually gets right. Number 5. CeraVe Healing Ointment. This is the product closest to the original clinical intention of the brand. 46% petrolatum plus dimethicone plus ceramides in an occlusive base. Petrolatum at that concentration physically seals the skin barrier. It creates a temporary wall that stops transepidermal water loss, while the skin repairs underneath. Used on post-procedure skin, eczema flares, cracked lips, or dry patches, this is best-in-class barrier support. The formula is simple. It works because it does not try to do too many things at once. Number 4. CeraVe Moisturizing Cream in the Tub. This is the original. MVE technology, ceramides 1, 3, and 6,2, cholesterol, fatty acids, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide in a time-release emulsion. Peer-reviewed in multiple dermatology journals. Cheaper than most luxury moisturizers that cannot outperform it. This formula is the reason dermatologists started recommending CeraVe. If you own nothing else, own this. Number 3. CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Milder surfactant system. Hyaluronic acid as a humectant active during cleansing. pH closer to the skin's preferred acidic range. No salicylic acid. Designed for dry, normal, and sensitive skin. This is the cleanser that supports your barrier while cleaning it, instead of competing with it. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Content that names specific products by mechanism gets buried fast. Number 2. CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion SPF 30. Niacinamide plus ceramides plus SPF 30 in a single daily moisturizer. This is one of the most well-constructed drugstore SPF formulas available. The dermatologist endorsement behind this one is earned, not just purchased. Number 1. CeraVe Resurfacing Retinol Serum. The most underrated product in the line. Encapsulated retinol reduces delivery-related irritation. Niacinamide supports the barrier while the retinol works. Licorice root extract addresses tone. This is what a well-constructed active product looks like. The delivery system protects the skin barrier from the active it is carrying. That is CeraVe, doing what it is supposed to do. The test is this. Does the product clean, protect, hydrate, or repair your barrier without stripping it? If yes, it earns its place. If the formula strips in the name of treating, check your skin type before you buy. Both lists are complete. 5 that secretly damage. 5 that actually heal. The brand is not your enemy, but it is not your automatic answer. Before you go, L'Oreal paid $1.3 billion for CeraVe in 2017. The next video breaks down exactly what changed in the formulas after that acquisition, and which products came before and which came after. That is a different breakdown entirely. Drop your skin type and the CeraVe product you currently use in the comments. I will tell you if it helps or hurts your barrier.